Feel like it's sunk in. Actress Helen Worth, who has played the iconic Gail, Potter, Tilsley, Platt, Hillman, McIntyre, Rodwell, is set to leave Coronation Street after 50 years. I mean, gosh, she's the backbone of the street. She's been there for 50 years, Denise.
I know.
You got to work with her on the cobbles, of course.
I left 23 years ago. That's when I left. So I got to work with Helen for 4 years. And this is not just because she's leaving. If anybody was ever so bored that they look back over 1 million articles that I've done over the years talking about my time there, Helen Worth is one of the most consummately brilliant actresses in this country, and I don't think she's recognised enough for that. We know she's a soap icon, but one of the wonderful things is still being brilliant when you're doing nothing. Obviously, when you're in something for that long, you have highs that we talk about, you know, somebody's murdered and your husband's a murderer and all these things. But what she would fascinate me, Helen Worth as Gail could be cutting a piece of cheese in the back of a shot, and if you look at her, she is just the most brilliant, naturalistic actor that you will find, I think, on television. And I don't think she's ever got enough credit for being that, as well as just being a soap icon. So I think she'll be a huge miss. But she's done 50 years, and good luck to whatever she does next, because I know it's not the last we'll see of her. But brilliant.
Brilliant. And interesting how they're going to deal with her exit as well, won't it?
Yeah, she'll still go off in a black cab even if she's got 3 cars, but never mind.
Linda will be in it. Yeah. Driverless black cab. Many of Gail's big storylines have, of course, centred around her marriages. There was Brian Tilsley, who she married twice. He cheated on her and was later stabbed to death. Husband number 2 was Martin Platt, who also cheated on her twice. Her third ill-fated marriage was to serial killer Richard Hillman, who drove Gail and her family into Canal and then died by suicide. Fourth hubby was Joe McIntyre, who faked his own death in an insurance scam. And Gail was wrongly imprisoned by police who thought she had murdered him. And her last wedding was, of course, to Les Dennis's character, Michael, who she met in a restorative justice programme after he burgled her house. It kind of feels poor Gail was just desperate for love, irrespective of who the person might be. Yeah. Do we need love to be happy? Would she have been better off, like, cutting her ties at husband number 2? What do we think, Linda? Do we need to have a person in our life to be happy and loved?
I don't think you need a partner, but it's important that you've got friends around you and family around you and that. Obviously, my marriage hasn't worked out, and I'm just having a good time. I'm going out with my friends all the time. Been away on a couple of holidays with my daughter. But do you... Anything to get out of the house, really. So.
But do you not... And I know you're never somebody that would go on dating lines. You're not that way inclined in dating sites and stuff. But is it not important to you to maybe keep your options open, just to find someone, even just for companionship? Because I know you don't want jiggy jigs anymore. But
no.
Just companionship to sail through your twilight years. No,
because I've got enough friends and my family and my grandchildren around me. I don't really need anyone to be a partner or anything. And anyway, I want to know what to do now. It's been a long time. And I've only ever had 2 partners, one for 11 years and one for 33 years.
I know, but you know what I bought you for your birthday last year?
I know what you bought me.
Never throw it out the box.
No, I gave it to someone. Okay, what if my granddaughter's found it? What am I going to say that is? A toothbrush?
Linda, is that a fear of yours because you wouldn't know kind of how to start a relationship, or are you really happy being on your own, or are you not happy?
No, I genuinely think I don't need a partner now. I think, I've done that and it hasn't worked out, so I think it's just time. It's time for me now. And I've got a woman in my life now, haven't I? I've got her.
You've got me.
Yeah, we go out together all the time. I know, we have good times together. She had to go to the toilet with her at the last thing we went to. We were at the Women's Football Awards and she had a catsuit on. She looked beautiful, but the zip went from here right the way down under her crutch. And I had to unzip it for her to get her out of it and then put her back in it again.
And then tells everyone that I'm not wearing knickers.
Well, you weren't.
And but you literally told everyone as you were unzipping all the way down to my crutch.
You, to be fair, just told everybody not.
A beautiful friendship. I think that need and want are different things, though. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that. What about you? if you're in a happy relationship now, but God forbid if you know, if you ever weren't.
I'm in a happy relationship now, and I do think, you know, I hope it doesn't go wrong, but if I'll be like Linda a little bit, I probably wouldn't need to be with someone.
No.
When I was with people in the past, obviously, it wasn't public who I was with, and it was very private because of my sexuality, etc. But I felt that when I got with someone, it was very circumstantial. It was like because a friend had introduced me, and then I find that one thing that we might connect with, even though the 99% of us should never have been together. And I feel like I needed a companion, because I always thought, well, what if I never meet anybody?
Yeah.
And I didn't want to be on my own. But I also have, what's it called? Abandonment and attachment, issues. And so if it didn't work out, I would just try and make it work for the sake of it, because I was worried that they'd leave. But that's a hangover from being a younger person. You know, a lot of people have childhood trauma for lots of reasons. So I feel that I wish I didn't feel like that, because I wouldn't have wanted to be with those people. But now I know exactly who I am, and I know exactly what I need to be, and that's just think about yourself and not worry about what anyone else thinks.
Yeah.
I love that for you. I don't need it.
Love it.
I don't need it. I want it because I love the friendship and the companionship, but I don't need it, and that's really important, that people do not need somebody else to make them happy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that is when I think you give off your best version of yourself.
Yeah.
Isn't it? There's a certain inner confidence. It's actually very attractive, ironically, then, when you are looking for a partner, because you're happy.
Well, then you're not searching, it's not kind of putting up
And it's not the be-all and end-all for you. I'm a bit more codependent. I am.
Yeah, but that's okay too.
fine.
It's also
Yeah.
that is the whole point. It's whatever makes you happy,
Yeah.
Linda.
Yeah.
Keep on partying, lad.
I
That's
will,
what it's-
love.
Exactly, we know you will. Coming up next.